Right, time for a video. We've got one letter for correction today, and I don't know why we only have one. I think it's because the others didn't share on Instagram or didn't post any comments, and that's what we were asking you to do. So only one letter for today. So we've got the criteria here. Okay, we'll be referring to these as we go, and we've got the case notes as well. So you saw the disclaimer at the start, for teaching purposes only. So what do you do first? Well, as I say all the time, go to the task. That will tell you audience and purpose. So, who you're writing to, what they need, and what they don't. And that will tell you about the language that you should use. So audience and purpose. Who you're writing to, what do they need, what don't they need, and any particular jargon or anything that's related to the audience as well. And the purpose, as it says, must be immediate. Clean that up. Immediate purpose. So, why am I reading this? What is it you want me to do? So, quick and precise. Dear reader, can you do XYZ for me? And then the rest of it, you're telling a story, creating a narrative as to why you want the reader to do as you ask. It's that simple. So, obviously, you've got to go into the notes, decide what you need, what you don't need. The best way is to put yourself into the shoes of the reader. In this case, what's it say? Let's So you're the paediatrician, I believe. Let's just check this. You're the paediatrician, Dr. Rosemary's come in. She's been in for 2 days. She's going home, sending her home, and you're referring her to the dietitian because you want her to sort her out with some gluten-free foods, a diet. And that's it, really. Pretty simple. There's a load of stuff that we don't need. Most of this, we don't need this. This. Maybe, what's about the father with Crohn's? Maybe you can mention that. But there's not too much else that we need there. Okay, so she's come to hospital with these symptoms, and your diagnosis was initially that. You did some tests. You did a biopsy to exclude the possibility of lymphoma. Okay, and now you're sitting at home. You wanted to come back in 6 weeks to check her antibodies, and referring her to the dietitian, and she's got to totally eliminate gluten from her diet for the future. And that's basically it. So let's have a look. Okay. This intro is relatively clear. Okay. You could do it in several ways. I'm writing to request your dietary guidelines and management of Rosemary, who is being discharged today after admittance for Coeliac. You could do it like that. There's several ways. You could do it a single sentence, or here too. That would be fine. So you could mention something about she's being discharged today after treatment for the Coeliac, and she needs management. I'm writing to request your dietary management of Miss McQueen, who has been blah blah blah. You could do it like that, but that would work fine. So this first part's good. 6th of June, Rosemary admitted, complaints of pain. Okay, I just took out therefore because you don't really need it, and therefore as a direct consequence of. Well, it's simply and. It's like additionally, because it's antibody tests, so therefore, so, and all antibody tests were also a positive, and she was transferred to the, because it's a particular unit, pediatric unit. Now, I changed present, present perfect in passive to the simple past, because we know when, during hospitalization, she was commenced. If we didn't have that time reference, you could have used present perfect. Has been commenced, but was is better here because we know. Now, every 12 hourly, well, either every 12 hours or 12 hourly. You don't need every in front of it. Every 8 hourly. Every 8 hours or 8 hourly. Okay, so we don't need that. Today, she went to small biopsy indicator. It was, well, right. Now, that's true in a sense, but it was specifically to exclude something else. So you could have maybe mentioned that, because it was done to exclude the possibility of lymphoma. Now, therefore, who is going to inform her? Therefore, now, these last three sentences, right, you informed her. So that's part of the plan. So I would put that in the plan part, because you didn't say to her, I'm telling you, you must eliminate gluten from your diet. Probably, her parents would be there and you'd be consulting with them. She's not come on her own. She is 15. So make it passive as part of a plan. So I would have put that a little bit later on. Okay. Diagnosis. I would have put the condition, she's progressing well, and I would have put this part, and this part together, because it's kind of afterwards, so she had a biopsy to exclude this, her condition is good, she's progressing well. Regarding her management plan, she has to eliminate, or she has been advised, or it is recommended, or it is strongly recommended that she eliminate gluten from her diet. And she was advised to repeat an investigation. Well, she's not going to investigate herself, right? So how that clause and these last two sentences are written, it's not very logical. She's not going to investigate herself, and I informed her, okay, now her condition. So you need to have a logical progression or sequence. This is part of your layout. Criteria. The subsections, the organization of the subsection. Well organized. It must be logical. Okay, so she came in. We did some tests, we did a biopsy, we found this, we confirmed that. Now the management plan is, she's been advised to do this. Okay, that would be logical, that would make perfect sense. Okay, so I would just change the order in that particular paragraph. Now, we've got 3 unconnected sentences here. Where had they come from? They've just been dropped in out of nowhere. Very short, almost like case notes, in fact. So that needs a little bit of attention there. Up till now, it was going well. So the purpose, okay. She came to hospital. This was done, blah, 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 blah. Pediatrics. While she was there, she did this. She was commenced on that. Biopsy, which excluded this. Now we need the plan. So every paragraph should have a single theme. Okay, so I would have maybe put that, if you don't do it in a separate paragraph, maybe put it as an addendum to the first part. But then we've got these 3 sentences here that don't seem to have any connection. She was born prematurely, and I'm not sure what that's got to do with what you want me, you want me, the reader, to give her some kind of dietary plan, so I'm not sure why I need this information. Asthma, possibly, maybe not. Crohn's, okay, but so we don't, I don't really need this. And what's it doing here? And why is it 3 seemingly unconnected sentences? So, you need to restate your request at the end, as the criteria says. Right? Scroll down. Introduced early, then clearly expanded on later, often near the end of the document. Clearly expanded on. Okay, so usually at the end you say, if you're the above, and why is it always greatly? Why do people keep using these adverbs? Greatly, kindly, highly. They're not doing you a personal favour. So you could do something like, if you're the above, I would appreciate it if you could manage her diet, etc., etc., and that would, that would work. That'd be fine. But these 3 sentences seem to be dropped in out of nowhere. Now, if you're going to do a history, you could do it in paragraph 2. But I don't really know if we need any or all of this at all. And just where it is now, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. So we've got purpose good. Okay. The initial admission, the hospitalization. So what we need then is a paragraph that explains the plan and restates the request. Okay, and if we could do that, that would be excellent. Okay, so this is a plan. The patient's ready for this charge. So you would talk about, she came in, perhaps blah blah blah. She's progressing well, and blah 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 blah. In view of the above, the patient is ready for discharge. She has been advised, or it is recommended that it eliminates the gluten, and a repeat visit in 6 weeks' time has been arranged, and also a referral to you for the management of her diet, etc. Okay, and that would be good. So, not too bad at all, just a little bit of grammar, maybe, organisation there, but not too bad in general. Now, as I say, there's only one letter to be assessed here today, because this was the only person who followed our rules and did some sharing and posting. So, if you don't comment, if you don't help us, then it's going to be very difficult for us to help you, in fact. So, anyway, I'll leave that there. So, not too bad, not too bad. Just needs a little, just needs a little bit of attention. Okay, see you next time. I'll post a new task later.